Lee Marvin was born on February 19, 1924, in New York City to parents Lamont Waltman Marvin and Courtney Washington Davidge. He grew up in a middle-class family in Greenwich Village and had a troubled childhood, with a history of alcoholism and violence in his family. Despite this, Marvin was an avid reader and showed an early interest in acting, which he pursued throughout his teenage years. As a young man, Marvin attended the American Academy of Dramatic Arts and worked as a stagehand at the New York Theater, where he learned about the craft of acting. He made his stage debut in 1944 in the play The Good Shepherd, and went on to perform in numerous stage productions throughout the 1940s and 1950s. He also appeared in several television shows, including Studio One and the Philco Television Playhouse. In 1953, Marvin made his film debut in You're in the Navy Now, which marked the beginning of a successful career in Hollywood. However, it was his role in the film The Killers, 1964, that really launched his career and established him as a leading man. The film was a critical and commercial success and won Marvin his first major film award. From then on, Marvin became one of the most sought-after actors in Hollywood, known for his rugged, tough guy image and commanding on-screen presence. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, Lee Marvin appeared in a number of iconic films that solidified his reputation as a tough guy leading man. Some of his most memorable roles include The Dirty Dozen, 1967. Marvin played the lead in this war film, which was a box office hit and solidified his reputation as a leading man. Cat Ballou, 1965. This Western comedy film won Marvin an Academy Award for Best Actor and is considered one of his most iconic roles. Point Blank, 1967. Marvin starred in this crime film as a man seeking revenge for his wife's death. The film was widely praised for its stylish direction and Marvin's commanding performance. Paint Your Wagon, 1969. Marvin co-starred in this musical Western film, which was one of the most successful films of his career. Lee Marvin was widely recognized for his talent and versatility as an actor. He won an Academy Award for Best Actor in 1966 for his role in Cat Ballou and was nominated for several other awards throughout his career. He was also honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1986, cementing his place in Hollywood history. Lee Marvin's tough guy image and powerful on-screen presence made him one of the most recognizable actors of his time. He helped to redefine the Hollywood leading man, paving the way for other actors to embrace more unconventional roles. He was also a pioneer of the anti-hero film genre, which became popular in the 1970s, and his legacy continues to inspire and influence actors and filmmakers today. His impact on the film industry is undeniable, and he will always be remembered as one of the greats of Hollywood's golden age. Lee Marvin had a number of relationships and marriages throughout his life. He was married 3 times and had 4 children. His first marriage to Betty Ebeling lasted from 1951 to 1967, and his second marriage to Cynthia Hilton lasted from 1970 to 1980. His third and final marriage to Pamela Feely lasted from 1981 until his death in 1987. Lee Marvin was a man of many interests and hobbies. He was an avid outdoorsman and enjoyed hunting, fishing, and camping. He was also a lover of classical music and was a talented pianist. Lee Marvin's tough guy image was not just limited to his on-screen roles. He was known to be a hard-drinking man who loved to party and live life on the edge. He was often seen in bars and nightclubs where he was known to be a bit of a wild man. He was also known for his brawling and tough guy attitude, which only added to his reputation as a Hollywood rebel. Despite this, he was widely respected for his talent and charisma, and his reputation only served to enhance his status as a leading man in Hollywood. Lee Marvin's legacy continues to influence Hollywood today, more than 30 years after his death. His tough guy image and commanding on-screen presence have inspired generations of actors and filmmakers, and his films continue to be popular among young audiences. He was a pioneer of the anti-hero film genre. His impact can still be seen in the films and television shows of today. Lee Marvin's impact on the film industry can be seen in the careers of many actors and filmmakers who have followed in his footsteps. He inspired a new generation of Hollywood rebels who sought to emulate his rugged, tough guy image. Many actors have cited Marvin as a major influence on their careers, including Clint Eastwood and Charles Bronson, among others. Lee Marvin remains popular among fans who continue to appreciate his talent and charisma. His films continue to be widely watched and have become classic examples of the Hollywood film genres in which he starred. He is remembered as a true icon of Hollywood's golden age, and his legacy continues to endure, cementing his place as one of the greatest actors of all time. Lee Marvin was a complex and multi-talented individual who left an indelible mark on the film industry. He was a man of many contradictions, a hard-drinking wild man who was also a talented pianist and an avid outdoorsman. He was a Hollywood rebel who broke the mold of the typical leading man, paving the way for a new generation of actors who sought to emulate his rugged, tough guy image. Despite his reputation as a wild man, Marvin was widely respected for his talent and charisma. He was a powerful presence on screen, commanding attention with his performances and delivering some of the most iconic roles in the history of Hollywood. He was a true icon of his time, and his legacy continues to endure, inspiring and influencing generations of actors and filmmakers. Lee Marvin's legacy will always be remembered as one of the greatest actors of his time. He was a pioneer of the anti-hero film genre, and his impact on Hollywood can still be felt today. He remains a true icon of Hollywood's golden age, and his films continue to be widely watched and appreciated by audiences. He was a complex and multi-talented individual who lived life on his own terms and left an indelible mark on the film industry. His legacy will continue to endure for generations to come, and he will always be remembered as one of the greats of Hollywood. Lee Marvin died on August 29, 1987, at the age of 63. He passed away in Tucson, Arizona, due to complications from pneumonia. At the time of his death, Marvin was widely considered to be one of the greatest actors of his generation, and his death was widely mourned by fans and colleagues alike. Despite his passing, his legacy lived on, and he continues to be remembered as one of the most iconic figures in the history of Hollywood.